how you feel about snow, whether you love it or hate it, is probably closely related to how you feel about skiing. People that love skiing, all the snow this year has been really great. The conditions are the best they've been in years. A lot of people are out skiing this year that won't go when conditions are crummy. I went skiing once when it was minus 30 out, and I mean, that's the pits. And who wants to go skiing when it's raining or when your skis make that awful sound on glare ice? Nobody wants to go skiing when it's like that. Nobody except Paul Schipper.
I really don't know why I started to do it. Now it's gotten to be a thing with me. I don't know what'll stop me.
64-year-old Paul Schipper of Carabasset Valley, Maine, speaks of an addiction of sorts, one that has driven him on a senseless streak, and one that will ultimately end up sending him downhill.
The rules of the streak are to ski when the mountain's open, plus any days at this mountain, Sugarloaf Mountain, that are skiable.
Hey, Paul, how many days it been now? Hey, John. Oh, it's going to be 882 today. All right.
Paul Schipper skis every day that is humanly possible and maybe then some. His self-imposed skiing streak is restricted to Sugarloaf Mountain in Maine, where Paul has become somewhat of a folk hero of the slopes.
We didn't see him out there. We know there's something wrong. So he's that type of person that has to be out skiing.
It's like you wake up in the morning and you go to work and you got to ski on the mountain, and there he is. And it's kind of like the sun coming up over Sugarloaf.
Wow, 882. I don't think anybody has the record, but I'm just going to try to see how many days I can ski without missing. For every day the mountain's open and they have good snow that I can walk up to. And so far, I'm in my 6th year of it, and now it's gotten to be a thing with me.
Paul might not be the best skier on the mountain, but his determination places him in a category above anyone. When a doctor informed Paul he had pneumonia, the stubborn old skier was ordered home for rest. Of course, what treatment do you suppose Paul chose?
I told him I had to go ski, so I went up and skied anyway, and actually felt better when I was up there. I didn't miss a day. I skied every day.
How about a ride up? I got to keep my streak going. Not much moon tonight for Moonlight Madness. We'll have to hack it. Okay.
Sometimes skiing every day just isn't practical for Paul's schedule. When Paul had to attend his son's graduation down in New York, skiing every day became, well, skiing every 24-hour period with a little help from his friends on the night crew.
I think I am crazy doing this, but look at that moon coming out. It's dark out here, but nice. And look at this great snow. I worked it out with the groomers that I could ride up after midnight and ski down in front of the groomer and get my day in. And that particular day, I got in the car and drove to New York. Went to the graduation and a dinner, and got in the car and drove back and made the next day skiing. So it was 840 miles, I believe, and no sleep, and I skied every day.
He's a crazy man. He comes skiing, pouring rain, sunshine, thunderstorms, in the night. He walks up the hill before skiing season starts when we're making snow. He walks up after we're closed. Besides that, he's a hell of a nice man.
The way Paul sees it, or skis it, this was his 882nd day of skiing at Sugarloaf Mountain. That is skiing every day the mountain is open, and then some. Of course, there is that possibility, be it ever so slight, that someone else might be going for the same record.
I would probably think somebody has, but I don't think anybody's kept record of it if they have. Maybe nobody has, I don't know. Maybe someday I'll get a good high number and get it in the Guinness Book, and somebody will say, oh, I did better than that.
Nonetheless, Paul Schipper will continue his skiing streak up in Maine. With years of flying jet fighters in his past, it seems that this old guy just likes the speed.
I was a fighter pilot, a jet fighter pilot. We lived a fast life, and I don't think we ever died. We just fly into the sunset.